We were so tipsy, kept messing up all the time. Oh, loser, like, and like, no, that's too mean. Hi ET, I'm Heidi Klum, and this is my Project Runway retrospective.
Heidi Klum, K-L-U-M. It's like one TV crew after the other, and it's like in the movies.
This is backstage at the Victoria's Secret fashion show at the Plaza in Manhattan.
You know, where I'm from, you never see anything like that, so it's very exciting.
I'm still very, very green there. I hadn't done a lot of television anything. You know, just being interviewed was already like frightening in a way because camera crews were everywhere, because the Victoria's Secret show was always so big and you always have a mic stuck in your face, you know, so I was always like very intimidated. And my accent obviously is so much stronger then. That is like my original hair color, you know, I have dark hair. If I would go back in time, I would say do the same thing again. I was always the first one on set, last one there.
This is a search for the next big fashion designer.
Project Runway, you know, was something that I helped create, I helped sell. Went from network to network and trying to explain to them, you know, what this new show was all about. It was hard because they didn't really want to give us a shot. Then we finally found a network and, you know, then it started. We started with very low budget and we would shoot till like 2 o'clock in the morning because I kept messing up all the time. And it was hard, you know, to memorize all the lines. And, you know, now I can do it with my eyes closed. You know, you're like, welcome to the runway.
Welcome to the runway. Everyone knows that the fashion business is ruthless. One day you're in, and the next day you're out.
I'd be having hair sticking out of my hair because, you know, or no more lipstick on. So I don't know, it was just very rock and roll is how we did it.
Mwah!
Good morning, designers.
My hair.
What do we call it?
I call it make it twerk. Okay. It's sexy, but it's not slutty.
She's nice, but she's nasty.
Which makes it a little slutty looking.
Like a hoochie mama. People love watching talent. People like watching when someone actually is doing something creative.
When Heidi says one day you're
And
in,
the next day, you're out.
that is fashion.
It's all about having fun, going to work. And I know that obviously I can't be too goofy because it's also their life. And I don't want to mess up the designers, but other than that, I always wanted them to also have a good time, have a smile on their face. And a lot of the times too, people would be like, what is she wearing? But I didn't care. Like, it showed also my personality. You know, I like having fun, I'm eclectic. I just kind of did my thing.
I would say that you're major.
You know, amazing, talented people as guest judges, Victoria Beckham or Zendaya, or, I mean, you know, you name it, we've had them there. So it was amazing for our designers to see, but also, you know, that even we were on their radar, those amazing stars that we got on our show. One day you're in, and the next day you're out.
Where did that come from?
That was definitely something that, you know, we as producers, like we would sit together, like a big board, like a big boardroom, you know, where we would think about what the challenges are. Sometimes I would literally come up with a challenge in the shower. I would be like, I have a good one, I have a good one. People are like, okay, what is it? I'm like, I think we should, you know, literally I came up with it in the shower where we were like, okay, the designers have to redesign the clothes that they're wearing right now. So we called it Off Your Back. So they were like, what? We're not going to mood? We're like, no, whatever you have on right now, this is your fabric. So they would have to take it off and then redesign what they had on. Many things happened like that.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My line, Auf Wiedersehen, I thought that would be like a fun thing to sprinkle in at the end, and because we were like, oh, what should we say? Like, oh, loser, like, and like, no, that's too mean. Auf Wiedersehen means I see you again. So they were like, okay, yeah, let's go with that. And it became like a thing.
Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you.
Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn for Project Runway.
Very early on, we got nominated for the Emmys. And I mean, many, many years we went and we never got anything until one year, I couldn't believe it. They said Tim Gunn in my name and we won an Emmy and we were like, wait, what?
Let me kiss you! Mwah!
We had so much champagne already, and then by the time we had to go onto the stage, I don't even know what the heck we were saying. We were so tipsy when they called our names. I was like, oh my God, no. Time I was like, I don't think I can speak properly anymore.
Thank you.
And I love you.
Thank you so much.
Ah, watch Project Runway.
Look how young he is. I mean, look, I mean, he is so cute.
Christian, you are the winner of
Congratulations.
Season 4. Oh, he's so cute. It was almost hard with Christian Siriano because you knew already in the very beginning of the season that he was it. You had to hide him because it was almost so obvious that he was going to be the winner. Every week he was bringing out these amazing things, and he just had all the bells, the whistles, and head turners, and it was always like our eyes were always popping out of our heads, and still do.
It's human hair.
It is human hair.
Yeah.
It's human hair.
Some white jelly beans and some white gumballs, and also some white Jordan almonds.
We went into a candy shop and they had like half an hour to take all the candy.
I captured the rain and turned it into part of the garment that is a great success.
This was epic. One of the very, very first challenges. We went into a supermarket. People were grabbing plastic lawn chairs. Austin Scarlett, he just picked corn. He picked an entire cart of corn, and then he just took the husk off and he made this corn husk dress out of, you know, just the husk. And then it was the big drama, like, how is this going to be good tomorrow still, because it's going to start wilting, so they had to refrigerate this corn husk dress so that it wouldn't go bad for the next day. And that really set the tone. That set the tone. You can make something really literally out of anything. And from then on, we were like, you know, this is going to be possibly really good, what we have here.
It is a little bit of a shocker thinking that it is 10 years. I love going to work and I love seeing Michael, Nina, and Tim Gunn. We always have a laugh. We always have a great time, and it's fun. I go very much by the rule book, and when I say, you know, one day you're in, the next day you're out, to me you're always as good as your last look. Every week is a new challenge, and you're only as good as that runway show that we saw today. So I'm always very fair with that.
I'm going to remind you of that today,
Today? Oh, I'm so scared.
That person that you really like has to go. So in that sense, I was always fair, so I would always fight for the fairness of it all, you know? Welcome to Project Runway. I can't believe I'm saying this again. This is so exciting.
Yes, after 8 years away, the OG host is back for season 21, premiering Thursday on Freeform, Hulu, and Disney+, with winner turned show mentor,
Christian Siriano. I'm super excited to be back, but really it's all about the talent and about these 12 amazing designers. We have Law, we have Nina Garcia, we have all these amazing guest judges, but really it is all about them and what they do and what they create. It never has been about the cat fight. It's about them and what they do. You know, sometimes you think you know what they're doing and then they throw you with something completely crazy and you're like, what? I thought you did this and not that, and then they're gone.
I hated it.
Hate is such a big word.
It's a short word, it's only 4 letters.
It's their fingers, it's their heart, their brain, their imagination, and they create beautiful things, and that is what Project Runway is all about. This was so much fun going down memory lane, so I hope that you will watch Project Runway, and I hope you enjoy this season as much as I have. Mwah.